Hello everyone, this is Man Faces, and today we're setting up a survival munitions factory. So with the release of the Contraptions DLC, they've added in machines. I like to call them factories, it just kind of fits a little bit better for me. But it's machinery, and you can build various items, but you can pretty much build almost anything in the game. I think there's a couple of things you can't build, and some of it is perk locked, but the only thing we care about is a ammunition plant, and it's actually rather cheap. 2 circuitry, 3 gears, 4 rubbers, and some steel. So I'm gonna like butt this up in the corner right here. Okay, so basically what that's telling you is that the ammunition plant works like a chest, and you have to put things inside of it. Let's give it some power. Let's see, look, we got a cool conveyor belt. So there are ways to pull things out of your workshop. The problem is that it's stupid, and it's gonna pull everything out the workshop. So what you got to do is you got to get the raw scrap that you need to go on ahead and get the job done. Okay, so here's the hard part. You're gonna have to be able to make a terminal. I don't even think that you can do anything without the terminal, because I had the raw materials, but it didn't know what munition to make. Okay, so now that we have our terminal, we can go to our ammunition plant control. Okay, so what I wanted to make is some 308 rounds, because I'm changing over from 45 to 308. So I need 1 copper, 1 lead, 1 fertilizer. Well, the copper is hard to come by. We can buy shipments, and I have bought shipments. The problem is you can't put shipments in the machine. So I think I got a trick for that, but we're going to mess with that a little bit later. Fertilizer is not hard to come by, and our Brahmin farm actually has tons of it waiting around. Okay, so let me say this. The scrap in the workbench that you're currently in is not all the scrap that is available to you. Each workbench's scrap is separated by settlement. When you pull up the crafting log, you can have access to all of them, but when you try to feed them into the machine, you're only going to get access to what you readily have in the settlement. I got a workaround for that, but it'll take a little bit of work. So the only thing we really need is lead, and to do that we're going to head off to the General Atomics Galleria. So I'll meet you guys out there. Alright, so we've made it out to the General Atomics Galleria. You guys want to see where it is? It's kind of like right here. This is Outpost Zamonja, however, Tim Pines Bluff. So, but before we go to where we need to go, I need to go have a word with the gentleman in the head, just to make our transition out here a little smoother.
As the grand reopening supervisor, you will be conducting tonight's customer appreciation raffle. Here is the grand prize. That'll be all, soldiers. Dismissed.
Awesome. Alright, so now that we have that, we have free run of this place. The reason we wanted it that way is because we wanted to be able to come here numerous times and just grab loot. On this occasion, we're going to be heading over to Madden's and do a little bit of strength training. So inside of Madden's, there's tons of dumbbells. The heavier they are, the more lead they give, but be warned, they do weigh what they say they weigh. So I'm gonna load up with all I can. I'm probably gonna go have to get power armor, load up, and then I'll meet you guys back at the base. Okay, so basically what I've done is I've separated out most of what the raw materials I'm gonna need to make ammunition. I took a look at a lot of the recipes, and most of them are the same. They all need lead, and they all need fertilizer. Only a few of them have copper jackets, so only a few really need copper. So I got all of that separated in here, and we're gonna feed it into the machine for in a moment. But normally all I can find are shipments of copper off of notice, so you can't put a shipment in there, but what you can do is break a shipment. So what I did is I removed all of the copper from inside.
You have dropped something.
So that's how you do it. You just scrap the shipment. Which makes me think, where was the scrap machine? Because that's kind of what we're about to get into in a minute. Alright, so that takes care of shipments. Now I want to see if I have to break down these dumbbells. So let's just grab us some weights and some fertilizer. Okay, so now we need to load up our ammunition plant. There's a lot of steps involved with this. Right. And we're at our...
I hope you have no need of this data, but just in case.
We got our first... Oh, we're making 50 caliber. Okay, so when you come into your terminal, actually I think I want to make me some 50 caliber, so I might keep that going, but it just goes by what you select. So this time we're going to go with 308. But if you see, for all the mats that it took, and I believe it was 2 copper, 1 fertilizer, 1 lead for the 50 caliber, we get 10 rounds, which is pretty cool. Now I know mine are just like falling on the floor, so it's not very cool looking. Maybe get like a table or something. Well, anyways, I'll do that on my own time, but there are machines that can suck it in and all that good stuff, but oh, look at that. It actually, okay, so that's cool, man. So it'll break down the shipments for us. I'm glad. So I think everybody kind of has a good idea of what you got to do to get the survival munitions factory set up. I think I need to get back on my 50 caliber. This is cool. Anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. Like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for more vids. We're going to be exploring all of these machines to find out just what they can do for us and how they can help us survive. Make sure you put what you think in the comments below, and as always, thanks for watching. Take care.